Yay! Hello, world.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, world. That's what I was fishing for. Yes. Welcome to the Madcap stream. I'm the lovely, talented Norman Rafferty, and I'm joined today by the usual gang of idiots. Today we'll be doing the cartoon game Madcap, which is currently available on DriveThruRPG and for many fine retailers and some terrible ones. And it's currently December 12th, so it's still on sale. So while the sale lasts, everything is marked down. So we're going to be joined today by people in, I guess, order as dictated by Roll20, the Ultimate Order. Griffin, what character are you playing today?
Well, I'm playing Wilford Waffle, a goat-like lunkhead who's fat, has two left feet, and occasionally drools. And today he has a catchphrase even.
And what is his catchphrase?
His catchphrase is, "I have nothing to fear but myself."
Ah!
And as an adopted monster, well, he's pretty right.
He's just all right. Okay. Also, Theta, who are you playing today?
I am Jordy Varel, the self-aware. My catchphrase is, hey, they can't all be gems.
All right. Yeah, just a weirdo human. Okay, and EHH123.
I am Alec Collin, the border collie paranormal investigator. My catchphrase is, "I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing."
Yep. Mysterious investigator. And of course, who can forget our favorite sports mascot, Bob? Who are you playing today?
I am Enrico Komodo, the stuntman slash soda salesman who is totally extreme to the max in a radical fashion.
Yep. Once again, this podcast is sponsored by Komodo Loco. You're now legal in 17 states. So when we last left our heroes, we were going with the Elderberry Junction setting that's presented in the book, which is that you're all in the mysterious city, surrounded by three sides on impassable mountains. Trains never stop running. The sky is a beautiful sickly green. And Alec has decided to set up his own paranormal investigation.
I got all the books.
Wing, let's see. So I'm trying to think of a good rapper to get all you weirdos involved in today's weird adventure.
Eminem.
Because I'm a little worried someone's going to show up in the podcast and realize where we're stealing our jokes from. I guess this year is going to be the 174th annual Corn Maze Rescue, which is like the only thing anybody goes to attend in Elderberry Junction since you guys can't get any satellite transmissions, and the only thing that comes through is public access and the TV. But there is the old Johnson farm outside of town, which, you know, sorry, I derped right there. The old Johnson farm, which of course raises corn in their cornfields, and this is the every year in December they the sponsor of the festival to go look for the people who got lost in October's corn maze and were never recovered.
At least they don't go hungry.
Well, this year for sure, we're sure we'll be able to find them. Some people ask why the Johnson farm doesn't actually harvest its corn, but they like to say that it's like organic. Plus, also, there's the ceremonial marching of the elephant to see if the corn has risen to the proper height. And it's always just enough, but not quite there.
Oh wow, I didn't know our town had an elephant.
It's the Johnson family has their elephant.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, check out their sick elephant. His name is Trent. And he's kind of the mascot of the festival. He's not an anthropomorphic elephant. He's just like, a regular elephant.
That raises a lot of questions.
And none that will ever be answered.
Questions we don't need answered today. So, Alec has somehow gotten into his head that if he can recover at least one of the families who was lost in the corn maze, that perhaps this year is that could make or break his agency.
Yeah.
And this year, the Corn Festival has 2 sponsors. One of them is the Dilworth double-bladed chainsaw. Remember, if the first blade won't get them, the second one will. And Komodo Loco energy drinks. It's full of electrolytes and other chemicals.
Guaranteed to not kill you in over 48 states.
I hear plants crave it.
Guaranteed not valid in 48 years. So I can explain why Alex and Komodo Loco would be there. I'm not sure what Wilford does with his daily affairs.
What else does someone who lives on a family fortune do all day? Obviously go to the local fair because it's part of the traditions.
Ah, yes, the celebratory corn maze. It's where they have the best cotton candy.
Oh, absolutely. And I remember last year, right? The whole cotton candy stand. Then everyone started running and screaming. It was good cotton candy. Good year.
The two may have even been related. And of course, Jordy is trapped in a nightmare of his own making.
Right. I'm just forced to be wherever the camera's at.
Well, here we are. As usual,
Jordy!
there's a big turnout of all sorts of like the motley crew of misshapen, badly drawn extras.
Jordy, I'm glad you could join me in this investigation today.
Hey.
Yes, and dedicating the event this year will be Mayor Bob Zane, who I don't have a picture of because I can't capture his unusual grotesqueness. But he'll
That's
have like
okay.
a nice, he'll have that
Good.
big rictus of a smile and say, "Yes, I've been assured by our emergency staffers this year that after 2 months, there's still a possibility that many people could be recovered. I'm feeling good this year, and I bet the rest of you too. Don't forget to vote for me, Mayor Bob Zane, in the next election. Remember,
Woo!
I
Bob
know
Zane
where
number
all of you live."
one.
Yep. Number
Wilford
one.
just like has like a number one giant foam finger, but it's actually a tentacle.
Yep. We're pro monster and pro tentacle.
Is that legal?
I'm the mayor, so it is.
I'm pretty sure the foam is legal.
We haven't banned foam yet. What kind of an anti-foam person are you, sir? Have you no sense of decency?
Wilford will, of course, take the initiative to make sure that it is safe for consumption and start nibbling on it.
See? Look how big and strong we grow these boys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go hydrate before my covering begins to slip.
I hear that.
Woo! Go mayor!
Oh, that's right. The mayor's going to have to stop here and have a word with Alec here. So, Alec, I can't help but notice that you're the only person to put a permit across my desk in the last 20 years.
Yes, I'm hoping to open up paranormal investigations.
I'll ask him.
Paranormal investigation? What a lark that sounds like. Are you sure you'd be able to drum up enough business in a boring town like this where nothing interesting ever happens?
I realize where this is going, and I just sarcastically go, "Oh, believe me, I'm sure I can get at least a tiny amount of."
Well, far be it from me to suggest. I've always been, supporting the community, so I'm sure that whatever your investigations look into, I'm sure they will bear some sort of bitter fruit. You're not the kind of person who goes investigating in affairs he has no business looking into.
I also realize I do a big smile on my face, and just yeah, of course not.
Excellent. I'm glad we could come to terms. I'll be watching you, he says, and first his body turns around while his head stays pointed at you 180 degrees, and then he just kind of walks out of frame.
Oh boy.
Wilford
Well,
will just like loom over the conversation and go, wow, he's so supportive. Go Mayor.
Well, interesting things that are going on here is there's the Komodo Loco dunk tank.
Full of actual Komodo Loco.
Yep.
You might want to
Komodo Loco, not responsible for sudden mutations.
Yeah, please stand back. Don't let any of this get on you because it's this big pool that's got the little sign on that says 344 biohazard.
Yeah, we had to hire like a dozen doctors and lawyers.
Oh, I'm not a doctor, says the guy in the doctor's outfit. I just play one for the fair.
Good enough.
Yeah, I brought my own stethoscope, he says, holding it up with a smile. Who's the one who suggested we had to bring in our own doctors? Who said that? Hello?
It wasn't me. I'm just the one that suggested it cause mutations.
Okay. Well, I need to give out laugh points, so I guess no one gets a laugh point because no one says they are taking credit for it.
I say give it to Bob.
All right, Bob
His
gets
tank.
a laugh point.
Thank you.
I thought it was Bob anyway.
Okay, well, by process of elimination, it was Bob. Unless it's that sixth mysterious streamer, the mysterious voice that we don't know that's in every stream.
Oh, I'm just glad he rolled up a character this time.
This stream brought to you by the NSA. Yeah, this Komodo Loco dunk tank. There's also the guy who sells tickets to the corn maze. Just sitting there next to a big wheel. And then there's the corn maze itself, which is really weird because, like, again, it's December, so there's all these corn stalks, but they've got like snow on top of them. And then the maze itself, which spreads out impossibly to the horizon.
Well, I think Wilford is going to go ahead and get his ceremonial cotton candy shaped like a huge hunk of corn.
When Wilford goes to the cotton candy stand, of course there'll be three people there, and two of them go, "Oh my God, it's back!" And the third guy goes, "What? Oh wow, it is real." Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm back again. I'll take 1, 2, 3. How much is the whole stand again?
Well, federal law prohibits me from actually selling you the entire stand, sir.
Oh, all's get in the way every year.
Yeah, there's
I'll just
actually
take one then.
Yeah. Are you sure you've had enough, sir?
Wilford will get a look in his eyes of just, like pure addiction. No,
Okay.
it's never enough.
All right, we'll give you a laugh point for that. Here's your cotton candy.
Woo!
It's cotton
what-
candy on a stalk of corn.
So what's there to do with the fair?
Well, you could examine the Johnson farm. There's the corn maze itself, and of course there's lots of passable carny acts. People trying to busk the usual toss the rings on the bottles, the dunk tank with Komodo Loco, with Enrico Komodo in it.
I was born to this.
Our contract specifically says you have to be in the dunk tank for at least 7 hours.
Well, I'm mostly immune by now, so that's okay.
Mostly.
So I do investigate the farm. Like why do these disappearances keep happening?
Okay, so right, so you're wondering why people get lost in the corn maze. Well, it could be for one thing that they don't harvest the corn maze itself. You could actually enter the maze, which requires a ticket, or you could go investigate the farm itself, or you could just wander away and do something weird I haven't thought of. So,
The farm. First, I'll investigate the farm, and then the maze.
okay, so you go to investigate the farm. Wilford bought some cotton candy. What's Jordy gonna do?
There's one thing specifically here that seems like it's made just for Jordy, and that's getting lost in a maze.
There's a maze right there.
Yeah, it's time to go get lost in it.
Okay. Well, hey, you can't come in without a ticket, says Old Man Johnson, who's selling the tickets. This is the only source of revenue on my farm since we can't harvest the corn.
Alright, I'm gonna reach into my pocket, and as I'm about to pull something out, I look over at the cotton candy stand and say, "Oh my God, what is that?"
Are you trying to be sly? That sounds like you're trying to be sly.
It does sound like that.
All right. Make a sly roll.
I only have a -1 to my sly because I'm not really sly.
You're not really that sneaky. Yeah, you might pull one over on the farmer. Let's see. Yeah, we're all afraid. We've all seen the big fat walking goat man before. That's nothing compared to the nightmares that I experience every night, every time I lie in bed in a cold sweat, trying to forget the things that I've seen. You got a nickel or not?
And I imagine that I pull out both my pockets and it has that one little fly that flies off. And I shrug.
So first, you tried to dupe me with some brazenly transparent duplicity, and then you revealed you actually have no money whatsoever. You must be one of them creative types.
I'd hope not. I'd hope I could think of better than this.
Come back when you can get a nickel,
Um,
and I'll give you a laugh point for pleading poverty.
could I, move off to the side, just to the side of him,
Okay.
pull out my pencil, draw a stool,
Okay.
and then just pull out a board and start drawing caricatures of people.
Sure. Go ahead, make a zany roll. While we're waiting for that to unfold itself, Enrico. So, you appear to be trapped in a dunk tank as people come by and throw baseballs. Do you have any plans to escape, or do you want to showboat for the crowd, or what is it that Enrico Komodo does?
I have a crazy idea that's just stupid enough to work.
Nothing about that sentence surprises me.
I intend to just rapidly rock back and forth inside the cage, and as everybody knows, when you shake soda enough, it tends to explode. So,
Yeah, why do they carbonate this anyway? Why isn't this filled with water? I suppose shaking a tank would be something that tough, strong people do. So I would propose a tough roll for that.
all right, 1 second. I'm gonna spend a laugh.
Wow, that's an 11 then, because you get +3 if you spend a laugh.
Totally worth it.
So naturally, like some parent, they're like most of the people when they throw the balls don't seem to understand the concept. They keep throwing it at your face rather than the target.
Oh, that should be a 10. That's a -1 of my tough. Just simply her.
Right, but you managed to shake the tank. And people say, "Oh my God, it's frothing. Is that safe?" And you're the supervisor, shouldn't you know? And the guy who was there before says, "I'm not a doctor. I'm just some guy. I brought my own stethoscope. I'm sure it's fine." And of course, that's of course going to lead to the tank frothing up, and for some reason, a gout of sugar carbonated electrolytes will have to soar into the sky, taking
I
our
imagine
hero,
bottle
the
top.
Komodo Loco, with it.
To the extreme.
Once you're in the sky, what was your plan? To just hit the ground?
Well, obviously I got a parachute, because that's extreme, right?
All right, to the extreme.
There's no way this could backfire in this very realistic setting.
Well, I can't think of anything more cool and extreme than a paraglider, so go ahead and make a roll for that. That would be cool.
And that's Nate.
All right, people make make the horns. Woo! Komodo Loco is awesome! And
I
people
remind
throw
everybody just make sure they wash the affected area with cold water.
Yep. Woo! I'm soaked in it. I'm so caffeinated. Oh, I can see the colors. Suddenly, the crowd turns into an unruly mob with people caffeinated running around screaming. Wilford, I need you to make a cool check.
Oh boy. I have no bonus. That's just 2d6. It's a 7.
Wilford, one of the caffeinated people bump into you and send your cotton candy flinging into the air, slipping over end as you watch in weird slack-jawed horror.
Oh no! Where is it going?
What will you do?
Clearly I have to reach out and catch it.
It's way high up in the air.
Hmm.
Do you
What's
want
the
to
most
chase
efficient way
after?
I could catch it? Clearly, I need to activate my control of elemental forces and whisk myself up to the air as the monster I am to catch it in time.
I was gonna say you could extend your tentacle, but your parents told you not to do that in public.
That's true. I would just be impolite.
You can go ahead and invoke your bizarre, monstrous powers. That would be a roll of zany.
Bizarre and unspecified.
Bizarre and unspecified. You have whatever the writers call for. We blame Jordy.
Incredibly.
Wow. Yeah, I suppose with a 13, you'll manage to grab your cotton candy and a passing airplane.
Oh wow, I got 2 things. I got a gift on my way back. I wonder who wants this.
Hello, Tower. This is Charlie Tango. We appear to be captured by a giant eldritch monstrosity. And thus will be landing 15 minutes late. Over.
Can I buy a ticket with this?
With the plane?
Yep, I just kind of like wave it over. I'm like, can I put this on the counter?
Johnson says, well, yeah, old man Johnson will whistle. Sadly, I can't. And say, woo, that's a genuine Cessna 133 Eurocopter. That's worth at least 2 tickets.
Oh, wow. And I'll go ahead and just like put it on like one side of the counter and like the other side just like lifts up and like does a 360.
Yeah, you belong to me now, aerospace pilot. So, do you know how to work a butter churn? Says, sir, I've completed 3 years of aeronautic training. Of course I know how to work a butter churn. Meanwhile, poor Jordy, I guess they would have to have like the ugliest person in the world sitting across from you as you're sitting there doing your caricature sketches.
I mean, sure.
You ever done caricature sketches? Supposed to ask people if they like skateboarding or whatever.
I've never done them, no.
Oh, I have. Yeah, it's like, so you like
I've
skateboarding? I'm gonna
seen
try
them.
you on a skateboard.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen them. They're always exaggerated forms of the person, or insulting in some cases.
Yeah, well, let's see if you can draw somebody. Can you roll your cool?
Oh, on top of the other one? Alright. Let's see.
That way, you successfully set up the stand. I just want to see how good the picture is.
Gotcha. Let's see, I got a cool of 0. Apparently not. Hey,
So now,
they can't all be gems.
they can't all be gems. The person will get mad because this doesn't look anything like me. And, it, of course, is like that weird sleepy-eyed type of picture that people always have at the carnivals. But they'll still pay you your nickel.
I imagine that I probably drew them looking amazing, and it doesn't look a thing like them because they're so butt ugly.
Right.
It's hyper realistic, but it doesn't represent them as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Really, I just got carried away.
I did a lifelike sketch, and it doesn't play well in cartoon world.
It's too real. What is this? It's madness. Is this one of those 3-dimensional magic eye pictures?
Just give me my nickel.
Well, while this has been going on, Alec has wandered off to search the farm. So the farm itself consists of the farmhouse, and of course that one lone windmill pump that all these places seem to have that's missing one blade but still slowly turns.
At least they have atmosphere.
Alec, what skills do you have that are, or abilities do you have that are useful for finding clues?
Well, let's see here. I do have scheming.
Okay, you can go ahead and concoct a mad scheme. What does scheming add?
Well, let's see here. Either give up or choose one. Okay, one of them is do research in a library to find the obscure clue. So I guess I can use research.
Well, you're scheming to find a clue. I'll let you roll it. Whereas a cartoon game, we're a little silly.
Yeah.
So 2 dice.
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah, let's roll it.
Oh, just missed.
Well, so you go looking around in the farmhouse yourself, and it's like everything else in Elderberry Junction. Everything looks weird, where it's got like everything's made out of wood and all the tiles are bent, but still looks strangely lived in. Like they have a flat screen TV, despite the fact all their furniture is made of wood and their light sockets are push button. But when you go upstairs, you're wondering, I wonder what's up with the Johnson. You'll find a table and it's covered in like bills, summons, bills. What's all this? When you'll see a dark shadow fall over you, Alec, and when you turn around, if I can get this to work. Excuse me.
Bless you.
You will see this figure towering over you. Dun dun dun. It is a very large man in a flannel shirt, ill-fitting jeans, mismatched shoes, and he's carrying a double-bladed chainsaw. He also has a burlap sack over his
head. Yeah, I try to play. Hello there. I take it you're. Well, hello there. I take it you're a member of the Johnson.
He begins pulling without answering you. He just pulls the pull cord on his chainsaw, trying to get it started. How do you respond to that, Alec?
Well, this is technically invasion of privacy, so I'll just be going now.
If you want to peace out without me catching you, can you make a cool roll to do that?
Oops! I did these rolls wrong.
Okay, yeah, you should roll 2 dice plus 2.
Okay, so
or 2 dice plus your cool. Yeah, so 2d6 plus your cool.
Yeah, I did a mistake for the last one, so what? 8.
Okay, so you will exit the house, and eventually the guy will get his double-bladed chainsaw started, and he will you exit pursued by Chainsaw Maniac. So he runs after you as you run off into the farm. Meanwhile, Komodo Loco, you are parasailing over the farm. Where did you want to land?
I think I'll go to the corn maze. That seems like the safest possible option.
All right, so you will eventually land in the middle of the maze. You land into a bunch of twisty passages, all alike. You look around and it's a creepy maze. Not only is it a bunch of corn stalks, but they're all covered in snow and ice. You look forward, there's a bunch of passages. You look back and there's a bunch of passages. The camera 360s around you. And it's all quiet. Except for first you hear the first crunch noise and then the second crunch noise. As if a pair of heavy footsteps are coming closer.
I will go in a different direction than that.
Okay, I need you to make a go off in different direction roll, which of course, once again, is your cool.
11.
You succeed. You'll walk out of frame, and Wilford, you'll walk into frame. Congratulations, you're lost in the maze.
Oh! Yay! I found a friend! You don't have a ticket, though. I saw you fly in.
Well,
Here.
he walked out of frame, so I guess all you would see is his footprints.
Oh, I swear there was a friend around here.
Yep. You maybe you just missed him. He has footprints. Despite the fact that each footprint clearly has the Komodo Loco footprint imprinted in each one, you probably have no idea what that means.
Well, at this point, I'm going to say I'm going to do something zany, and I'm going to pull up the footprints and pull them towards me like a rope and drag him back.
Oh, that works. Go ahead and make a monster roll for that. That's a zany roll.
Yep.
How is this even possible?
6.
Yeah, unfortunately, the footprints you pull up are your own. So I suppose, like, you'll pull really hard and then yank, and then you'll zip head over heels and
Ooh.
discover that you've lost your own trail. You're going to take a lump for that.
Oh no. Well, I deserve it.
Speaking of lumps, Jordy, you got your nickel. What are you going to do with it?
Buy a ticket.
All right. Now you realize, says Old Man Johnson, who sells his ticket, that we take no responsibility for what happens to you in the maze.
Yeah, that's fine.
Says so right here on the ticket that you agree to our acceptable use form, that you realize that we may sell your personal data.
I mean, I guess I squint at him, but yeah.
All right, admit one. Have fun. Hope you notify your next of kin.
I don't. What? No. Well, okay. I'll enter the maze.
Once again, it's weird. You'll as soon as you walk past the threshold, you can see all this badly drawn corn with badly, sponge brushed type snow on top of it. You wonder how this would even pass Q&A or QA at the animation background studio. It looks like it was done on the cheap.
Well, I mean, to be expected. I did work on this project.
I suppose at this point, after you've been in the maze, you will. Alec, you are being pursued by a chainsaw wielding maniac. No one at the appears to be helping you because everyone is at the festival is running around in a caffeine-induced haze. Oh my god! My hands can touch anything but themselves.
I go to Old Man Johnson.
Who's running his table? He says, "Are you here to buy a ticket, or are you wasting my time?"
I'd like to buy a ticket if you could. Here's the thing. Okay,
Hold on, I accidentally dropped the tickets. Here, let me go ahead and get one. You don't want this one. This one's dirty. And he starts being really slow and deliberate as the chainsaw guy starts looking around the crowd and swatting, since he's about 7 or 8 feet tall and huge. He swats a few of them out of his way, and then I guess he has eyeballs. He's got those X's on his face, but I'll eventually turn and look at you.
It's like, okay, here's your nickel. Just tell the guy. Here's your nickel. Get the ticket. Just tell him to get them off me.
Hey, wait, you can't go inside without a ticket. What skills do you have useful in getting past me? Old Man Johnson, ticket taker extraordinaire.
No. I told him I can. I told him I'll give him the ticket if I'll pay for the ticket if he tells him if he can call off that crazy maniac since it was in his house.
What crazy maniac? You been behind the chainsaw guy?
So you do know the chainsaw guy.
Well, yeah, we're sponsored by Dilworth, double-bladed chainsaws.
Why does he wear a burlap sack over his head?
I guess anonymity. Doesn't want people finding out his personal information. Here he comes over here. Hey, you seem like a nice fellow, says Johnson. And that's when the guy with the sack will bring the chainsaw down on Old Man Johnson out of frame. It says, I'm going to leave a bad Yelp review for this. And then the chainsaw comes down again, once again out of frame. I'm starting to think this guy doesn't work
here. I'll just take this. I'll try to lose him in the maze.
That's when you have to go and make a sly roll if you want to get something past me. From off screen, Old Man Johnson will say, "I'm okay." That keeps this as a good children's cartoon. If you say "I'm okay," that means you're still fine.
5.
Yeah, you don't elude me at all. The chainsaw guy swings at you and cuts off the top of your hair, making you suffer a lump. And messing up your good looks.
Oh, come on. I rush into the corn maze.
All right, you rush into the corn maze, pursued by chainsaw wielding maniac. So let's see. Everybody's kind of separated at the moment. So all 4 of you running through the maze. I suppose that we should all go ahead and make a smarts roll to see how well you can navigate this maze.
Okay.
Well, I am the least sharp drop in the bucket, so this is gonna be exciting.
9.
9.
Oh wow.
You mean
1.
sharp, right?
Yeah, sharp. My bad.
10.
All right. Well, turns out our Komodo Loco guy is the fastest and the most extreme.
Well,
Of
he
course.
does sponsor the event.
Yeah. So,
And had a bird's eye view of it just a moment ago.
So wandering through the corn maze, you will eventually come across a yeah. You get deeper into the maze, but then what's unusual is there will be something you didn't expect to see. There's a waist-high gate, and beyond it, you can see a bunch of metal corrugated walls and catwalks, like some sort of weird Mad Max style complex.
Am I
But it's
there?
all it's all beyond this waist high. And I guess the 2 9s, I guess you guys will show up next.
Oh, you're the Komodo guy.
I say, yep, that's me.
And I look under.
Yep. So the 3 of you are basically in this dead end, except for the waist high gate. It only comes up to your waist.
Well, that's impossible to get past.
Can I
Um,
open the gate?
Now, how would you open a waist high gate?
I have a better idea. Pole vaulting.
Yeah. Komodo Loco says I'm going to go over this extreme. Go ahead and make an extreme roll to get over it.
Cool.
By the way, at this point, yeah, there's going to be like weird buzzsaw noise.
You want a cool roll, right?
Yep. But you gotta impress these guys, right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna do
By
this the
the way,
safe
there's a
way.
thing.
Just gonna hammer space a big old pole out and just bounce right over it.
Well, I
And
read the
I-
official. It's the official Komodo Loco pole. The Komodo Loco polo.
It's 10 foot regulation length.
Yeah. So you'll get over the waist high wall, like boing. Komodo Loco. It gives you high lifting energy,
Compolo.
and you will be in the strange industrial complex.
And I simply look at the. It's like, oh, by the way, Jordy, there's a chainsaw wielding maniac. You might want to hurry this up. And I just look at the gate and just jump over it. You know, just I don't even jump over it. Just slide over it.
Go ahead and make a cool roll to just slide over it. The chainsaw maniac comes into view, coming around the panel, waving his chainsaw with one hand. Somehow he can see people, despite the fact that he has a sack over his head.
I will.
Oh wait, make that 9. Make that 9. I forgot. +2.
All right. Wow, you successfully vault over a waist-high wall. Who'd have thunk this was even possible?
I'm going to wait for him to get closer. With like
He gets
a heavy
closer.
sigh.
The dual chainsaw is buzzing away as he wields this with one hand.
Right, and as he gets like right in front of me, and I assume raises the chainsaw up above his head to strike at me, I raise my hands and say, "Hold on, 1 sec," and I do the timeout hand gesture.
Make a zany roll.
10.
Okay, he times out. He stops the chainsaw, so it stops buzzing, lowers it, and I guess does his best sack of flour look at you with a strange expression.
Yeah, and I look up at the sky and say, "Well, I want to use genre savvy," is what I'm about to do. I look up at the sky and say, "Hey, what is this all about?" Because I would like to call on the director
To do what?
to answer me in character.
Okay, sorry, I think you might have clipped out there. I didn't hear what you were saying.
Ah, shit. I said, "Hey, what is this about?" And I'm wanting to use genre savvy to talk in character to the out of character director.
Go ahead and make a roll.
Let's see, that's laughs, so I have +1. 12.
12.
I'm talking to you, Norman Rafferty, I say in character.
So you're asking me what? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm asking you, what's this all about?
Well, it's a corn maze, and so naturally we have to have well, it's a guy with a sack on his head and and a dual chainsaws, which are things that only show up in stupid horror video games. So he's here because he's one of the bad guys here in this strange industrial complex behind this waist-high wall that's made of asset flips and concepts borrowed from other better horror franchises. And the guy with the sack on his head will not.
Right, but he's just gonna stupidly chase after me this whole time? Is that the script, or?
Oh no, he's gonna dismember you. In fact, he really needs to get back to work. The sack guy starts pulling the choke on his chainsaw and starting it back up. Because he knows who signs his paychecks.
Can you get me out of here?
Look, I don't think it's really funny if we just let you go. I mean, everyone knows horribly dismembering you would be way funnier.
But you can't even show that, though.
It is a kid's cartoon, but we can do it out of frame.
He's right.
You know what's even funnier than that?
What?
Leaving you on a cliffhanger.
God damn it, Raph.
And I'm gonna go ahead and clip back to to Komodo and Alec. Komodo and Alec, in the middle of this corn maze is this very strange thing. You're walking on strange catwalks, and it's like some strange sort of chemical plant that is made out of it looks more like it's like some sort of oil refinery. There's a pit below you, and in the pit you can see a bunch of people in ragged clothes, like they've been trapped here for a long time and are forced to turn wheels and work pumps and push carts around.
Well, we know where the survivors are, but what is this factory doing here?
I will say that it's impressive that no one noticed this until now.
Yeah, it's weird, especially with the giant plumes of smoke that go into the sky.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And that's when sorry, my picture for this didn't upload. There'll be two figures in strangely wearing purple robes, monkish robes that hide their faces. And they're carrying whips for some reason. And the two of them will point and say in some sort of bad unidentified European accent, "You two, why aren't you working?"
I will look at him and ask if this is one of those weird role play parties I hear so much about.
No, we don't.
How dare you accuse us of being role players, the most degenerate form of life that can be found on this earth. We are here to pursue the glorious calling.
And I just look at them like, who are you calling degenerate?
You're degenerate. Why, you look at you with your long hair and big snout. Oh wait, am I the right guy? It's my guys. I think my Discord is living out. I'm not hearing anybody.
No one's talking.
Sorry about that.
There we go. Okay, sorry. I was yelling at EHH's character, but I think it was actually Bob who was yelling at me, right?
No, that was someone else who was complaining about being called a degenerate.
Yeah, I took the role playing game, the most degenerate thing to offense because hey, I'm the smarty pants of the group.
Yeah, not only that, but you're also covered in fur. You're one of those degenerate furries we've heard so much about. Purge the unclean, flagellate them.
And I think, well, unlike other furries, I actually have my, I actually have the features to back it off, and it's.
Uh-oh. Look out! Oh no, it's a rabid dog. Why don't you go ahead and make a tough roll?
Well, I'm screwed.
Well, you heard them. They're only after furry things, so Komodo Local's A-OK in their book.
Two.
I have a plan to get away from these guys that's going to be very silly.
What's your plan for getting away?
Well, I will go up to them and tell them that they're planning on doing a weird party. They are not remotely equipped for this. They're going to need drinks for the guests, which I will provide in terms of very heavy drugs, Komodo Loco. They're going to need I don't know what these sorts of things need, like oil for whatever they're going to do. I'm not even going to ask. They're probably going to need bandages, because who knows what goes on here.
Why don't you make a sly check?
Just fill their arms up with stuff, with things that we cannot elaborate on in children's television.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly, Komodo loco merchandise. All right. Meanwhile, let's go back to our buddy Wilford.
That's neat.
Woo, corn! Woo.
Wilford, unfortunately, you've eventually run out of candy corn.
This is a travesty to the entire human race.
But while wandering through the corn maze, moaning your tragedy of lack of corn, you will come across a bunch of guys in weird purple monk's robes who are all standing around a bonfire, just staring at it for some reason. It's like, wow, just like as if they're enraptured. Their mumbled conversation being, it's like, wow, man, remember when that one log splintered and fell over? Yeah, but look, more sparks. Wow, we really should be doing some work, but I can't stop staring at this compelling fire.
Wow, this is quality entertainment. Wilfred has to go over, sit down, and join them.
Well, you succeed, and then after a while, one of the monks look over and say, "Hey, what are you doing out of your pen?"
Oh, I'm part of the tour group. I have a ticket.
They'll just kind of look at each other. He says he's got a ticket. That's what they always say. He'll raise his ominous little flail and says, "You're supposed to be back in your pen." Torturing.
I'll use my naivete. Aren't we going to go and get the rest of the tour group first?
Make a naivete roll.
All right. This is based on last, and I got
naivete.
1.
Well, let's do dice plus 1.
It is a 9, at least.
Well, that is why we keep monsters, right? To torture the tour groups and keep them in line, says one of the monks. And then a monk will go, "He's got us there. I'm not used to the monsters being this talkative." All right, well, I suppose we can... you sure you don't want me to whip you, though?
Well, I mean, if it's company policy.
At least ask him to buy him dinner first.
I take pride in my work, as a monster wrangler. I thought we were people wranglers, says the other monks. Monsters, people, whatever. Besides, let's get you back into your pen and torturing innocent people like a good monster.
Woo, that's the kind of tour I signed up for.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Wilford gets a laugh point, and they lead him away.
Woo.
Okay, so Jordy, I've been discussing it with our audiences, and they think it would be hilarious if you were horribly dismembered.
I disagree.
All right, well, how are you going to deal with this monstrosity?
I'm going to take out my pencil.
Yep.
And I'm going to erase his hands.
I object to this. Make a roll.
Zany, right?
Yep.
That is a 7.
Okay, so you will erase his hands, but and he'll drop the chainsaw and he will look at his poor stumps, and look sad and forlorn. But that's only a 7, so you've only delayed the inevitable. As I take off one of my shoes and pick up the chainsaw with my foot. Ha ha!
I guess I'll look back up at this guy. This is dumb! This is a poorly written script!
Great. Now you're insulting the director? That's me. I'm in control of all these monsters. You might want to rethink. Jordy, this is what gets you into this trouble in the first place.
I know.
So Jordy, how are you going to deal with this one-footed chainsaw-wielding monster?
I'll sigh. And then I'll walk onto the other side of the waist-high wall.
Yeah, you could just go ahead and do that.
I mean, he is using one of his hands on the chainsaw. I don't think he's going to be able to chase
Well,
after
he can't
me.
cross. That's a waist-high wall. That's an impassable barrier. We've been over this.
It's a cartoon rule.
Yep. So you'll cross over, and now you're in the larger compound. which leaves us back with Alec and Enrico and how you guys are dealing with the purple suited mob or purple suited monks.
Oh, and I tried to join in on this conversation. Like, oh, these. It's like, and these ragged clothes. No. We need something proper for this party. You know, it's like, hey, Komodo Loco, you got any clothes?
Wait a minute. You're from Komodo Loco.
Maybe.
It's one of our heretic unbeliever, as we are from Piseta Cola. This is where we get the high fructose corn syrup to make our own soft drink.
I will hiss audibly.
Well, he'll point at Enrico Komodo and drop his jaw and make that noise from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1970s.
You know what? I think would be a good idea here? Grandstanding. I will just want to just get in front of him and just go on a big old tangent about how healthy and how vibrant and how tasty Komodo Loco is, and how it is the best, and by 9 out of 10 taste testers, and he is clearly in the wrong.
And I just look at this and go, I did not expect to be part of the Cola Wars.
Yep. Well, now you're part of it. None of us expect to be part of the Cola Wars. That's the people in the pit lament. Go ahead and make your grandstanding roll.
Okay, that'll be 6.
Don't bother bringing that stupid extreme weak sauce here. We have seen the light and the perfect refreshing taste. Piseta Cola adds life and everything nice. It's for us, the new generation of evil.
As this is going on, I told the survivors, okay, let's get out of here. I'm pretty sure I know.
What skills do you have useful in convincing the downtrodden survivors who are beyond hope to come with you?
Show them the door. Well, show them that they're being distracted, and show them that they're being so that the captors are being distracted while I show.
We can't get through that. That door's got some kind of latch on it or something. You attempt to show them the door and convince them to leave, which I guess is appealing to their stronger nature. I guess that would be a cool roll.
I guess I'll try it.
Unless you can think of something better. I mean, you guys are also in this with me.
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that.
You'll start raising the cries. You're right. Finally, someone's here to save us. Yeah. I can't believe you've been sitting here churning this fructose corn syrup. Did you know it makes people fat? They'll all run to the door that leads out of the pit, and of course they'll all back up against it, going, "Oh no, I don't know how to open this." Oh no, it's got one of those weird combination lock puzzles on it with weird obscure symbols. Oh, and it's got a riddle written on it too. Oh, I hate these. I always hate these puzzles.
Gaming.
How will you help them? Sorry, go ahead.
Scheming to try to solve the puzzles.
Through brute force or
through smart, with my scheming.
With your scheming, that would be the ideal skill to use this, Mr. Alec Investigator. Go ahead and roll that. Meanwhile, the purple suited guys are going to say, chase after Komodo with sinister purpose. Enrico, how will you defend yourself from flail wielding purple suited guys?
Let me see here. Well, they besmirched the good name of Komodo Loco, so I'm gonna have to get medieval on them with the copious amounts of Komodo Loco merchandise I am carrying. I want to get into a grudge match.
All right, go ahead and engage us in the grudge match. We're not afraid of you. Oh, wait, they'll stop, pull out their Piseta Colas, and the pause that refreshes. Now get him!
I will take out another can of Camino Loco and shake it up real good, like a grenade.
Aha. Yeah, I don't drink this stuff. I just throw it at people. Go ahead and make your grudge match roll.
Okay. No laughs, so. Oh no.
Ha! Your hummingbird feed is no match for our caramel-colored sugar water. They, your can barely has any fizz in it. Oh no! It must have lost all that fizz earlier when I did that stupid stunt earlier. They immediately knock you down so you're below frame and begin whipping you, making a variety of painful noises. You take a lump. Jordy, I suppose you'll eventually arrive on the scene where you see, like, this place is much better rendered than everything else. You can see a bunch of guys beating up Enrico Komodo. You can see Alec surrounded by a mob, and basically this entire giant high fructose corn syrup refining plant.
Okay. Do I still have contact with you, the director?
That would be another role. It's a new scene.
Okay, well, here's what
I'm really not returning your calls anymore.
Of course not. Otherwise, I might have gotten out of here a lot sooner. I think what I'm going to do is to make a declarative statement that I am sick and tired of this expletive that could not be aired on air.
Yep.
And I want to use my magic art.
To do?
I'm going to start saying, it's about time that you had to deal with the crap that I have to deal with all the time, and I'm going to start drawing you.
Me?
You, Norman Rafferty.
I take personal offense at this. Make a roll.
If I use a laugh, that's a +3 that I can use after the fact?
Right. But it's +3 back, so you can roll and then decide if you want to.
Okay. Hold on a sec. It's only just 10 plus. Okay.
All right. For some reason, I'm going to appear wearing a bicorn hat and a large cape. And I will have to point at you, Jordy, and say, "Ha! You thought you were so clever, invoking the specter of me, Emperor Rafferty III, into this very game itself. But you didn't realize there was one thing you hadn't counted on, and that I've really just lost my mind."
Pinch my nose, bridge of my nose, my fingers, look down the ground, sigh. I should have expected as much, considering where I'm at.
How dare you invoke me into a horror of my own making? As if my life wasn't a tragedy enough that I have to make these games, but now I actually have to be inside them? Your medicine tactical awareness will be the undoing of you. I will now unleash the most horrible monster I can. Even if my henchmen are too stupid to do it. Behold, the greatest boss monster of Piscitacola. I unleash the Gargantua on you. And that's when we'll have to turn around. And the corn maze will have to part. And a gate will open from no discernible reason. And it will reveal, for some reason, Wilford.
Hi, guys.
Hey! Suddenly, I say, because I'm annoyed at this, you're not my stupid gargantuan monster!
He went on break. I'm the replacement. Hi.
Why would I hire you? You're one of those idiot player characters.
Well, I had a ticket. And Wilfred just like waves it around in like his foam tentacle hand.
Okay, look, here's your grenade launcher. Now destroy Jordy.
That doesn't sound really nice, but wow, I've never had one of these before. This is really cool.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just standing in between, looking back and forth at you as you exchange dialogue.
Yep. Not so smart are you now, Jordy? You can stand up to me, but how will you stand up against another player character? Answer that for me.
I was really hoping not to. I was really hoping that you were going to help me out here.
Well, come on, Wilford. I control all the laughs and dish out all the lumps. Destroy Jordy, and I shall reward you beyond imagination.
Which end do I point this again?
Wilford, the audience doesn't appreciate PvP. It doesn't pan out well in the audience scores. Don't do it.
I have nothing to fear except myself, so I'm going to point this in the wrong direction and activate slapstick.
Oh, go ahead and roll. No, you fool!
I'm just hoping the whole thing just topples down here. 7.
You will fire a missile out of frame. And it goes off at a crazy angle. Where will it land? Let's go back to Alec. Alec, what did you roll for your scheming roll? That's you, EHH.
A 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this has got to be like one of those stupid puzzles. Like, you're sure it's like, okay, you've got the skull, yeah, you're not having much luck brute forcing this.
Don't worry, guys. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Suddenly 3 purple monks will appear on a high catwalk. There's a ladder. The first one jumps down off the ladder and then lands. Ow, my knees! And like falls down and sprains his ankle. The second one says, you can just climb down the ladder. That's why we have them. You don't have to just jump down like that. I thought it would look really cool. Oh no, say the innocent people. It's those weird monks. They're going to come punish us.
They don't. I just look at those like, these were the people that were torturing.
They're really scary. Look, they've got monk robes and stuff. And they talk with and one of them is going to lean in close to Alex, and they have funny foreign accents.
I look at the guy who's on the ground with the bad knees, and I just pull off.
Did we catch that joke, or did we get cut off?
I go to the guy who's has broken knees and everything, and I pull the hood. I pull the hood off, like seeing what.
You want to reveal who he really is? Okay, go ahead and make a cool roll.
You want to dump a laugh on that?
I don't have any laughs.
Okay, so what did you get for that roll? Another 6?
6.
Oh, okay. Not my hood! You're messing with my good looks! The other henchmen say, how dare you mess with our haute couture? And they attack you. I need you to make a grudge roll. Meanwhile, these ding noises will go off. I think my fries are up. Speaking of my fries being up, Enrico Komodo. They beat you. It's a new scene. You're all rough and bedraggled. Your helmet's slightly off kilter. How are you going to deal with these purple monks?
You know what? I think it's time to run now.
12. Just say 12. I avoid damage.
Okay, so yeah, they attempt to whip you and fail. So what's Enrico going to do?
What crazy, vaguely sports-related thing have I not used yet?
Well, this place is full of weird pipes and handles and ramps and all this kind of crazy stuff.
I think it's time for some hardcore parkour. This seems like the perfect place for that.
Okay. I think usually it's a skateboard, but yeah, sure, hardcore parkour. Go ahead and make a cool roll to impress all of us with your cool parkour.
11.
Oh, wow.
Vaguely brutalist architecture.
Yeah, you're just running over walls and grinding your feet on handlebar, and they chase after you. He's using the level geometry against us. In ways we never anticipated. So Enrico, are you trying to flee the scene? Are you trying to get where Alec is? Trying to get where Jordy is? Or are you gonna do something else?
Let me see. Let me get where Alec is.
Okay, so you'll eventually jump down and arrive where Alec is, where he's surrounded by mobs. And where Alec is being dodging while these guys whip at him. Meanwhile, back to myself and Jordy. It's like, you're all idiots!
Come on, Jordy, it's his fault. Wait, I'm Jordy. Fuck!
Yes, you're Jordy, and I'm Rafferty. I'm gonna kill you with my bare hands. Only a grudge roll can stop me from choking your head off.
All right, then. Rafferty's gone crazy.
It's not.
Maybe this would happen eventually.
Hey, I'm not crazy, but I am going crazy.
I'm a
Oh, wow.
14.
What does that let you do to me?
As above, only you tear the fabric of cartoon reality, film skip sprockets, digital coloring glitches out, and madness ensues.
Well, do you want to escape due to a clever edit? What do you want to do to the frame?
You know what? I want my character to become Norman Rafferty, and Geordie to escape reality. Into reality.
What? No! Well, apparently I'm not the game master anymore, so, well, I've had enough of your nonsense, and I'm just gonna go ahead and peace out. I'm going to attempt a sly roll to flee the scene.
Alright, well. That looks good enough. So,
Jordy, you're the game master now, so what's
so
everybody
Geordie's
else
now
do?
animating the scene now, I guess. So yeah, I guess Rafferty managed to escape with Wilfred is. Wilfred was operating the gun before, shooting off at random. I believe that missile is still out there flying around.
I'm
Yep.
sure it'll land one day.
Yeah, that's the GM.
Apparently, I think
GM
Alec was in the midst of being whipped, right? But you managed to escape damage. Well, I think that's
He did.
about the time we'll find that the missile has been redirected through animation stylings to impact your group of assailants.
And can you be next to the door?
Apparently Jordy's the game master now. You want everybody to escape?
I was asking Jordy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I'm all for my fellow player characters to finally meet their doom. I mean, escape.
Escape.
I mean, we could always just take the emergency exit over here.
Wait,
Wilford will
what?
just gently point that out with naivete.
There was an emergency. There was an emergency. Everyone in that door.
Well, I guess I should technically roll for it, but I'm waiting on the GM to see, so...
Well, I'm sorry. What move are you planning to do, Wilfred?
Naivete.
Give me a roll. Give me a naivety
Alright,
roll.
because it did slapstick last round, I get a +1 to it.
Sounds good to me.
And on a 12, I point out something that everyone else was too busy overthinking to notice. Which is the emergency exit.
Yeah, when the
Wow.
missile impacts, right, the whole area shakes, and that red door that you were looking at before, some piece of wood just falls off of it, and written underneath it says emergency exit.
Yep.
I do
There-
a face palm.
That was there the whole time. Isn't there some OSHA regulation they were supposed to tell us about that? No, they've invoked the name of OSHA.
Oh yeah, by the way, the rest of you now see this crazy-looking Norman Rafferty just wandering around. Dressed
You
in a
fools!
crazy hat and cape, I guess?
Crazy hat and cape.
Tricorn
Look.
hat and cape.
You might be the game master, but I'm still the evil mastermind behind this entire cola operation with high fructose corn syrup of the unstoppable. Americans are too weak to resist it. And now you've sat and exposed my entire secret that I've had this farm here for ages.
Can I
If
get
I'm
to where
going-
everybody else is right now, by the way?
If I'm going down, I'm going to take all of you with me. I may not be the game master, but I'm still the boss in a bad horror game. And that's when I'll have to go ahead and do what every bad boss does in a bad horror game. That's why I'm going to have to drink an entire 6-pack of this Loco, which I guess Paseta Loco Extreme
Yeah.
or Baja Blast it is.
Super Shredder.
And mutate into a horrible, giant, grotesque parody of rat and cartoon character with multiple glowing eyes.
Oh yeah, that punk version of yourself you have in your artwork.
Yeah. Roar! But we also have multiple glowing eyes, my weak points that can be struck for massive damage.
Yeah, so Wilfred, Alec, Komodo Loco, you all see this happening right in front of you.
Roar!
Behind you,
being polite and holding the door open right now.
yeah, behind you is the emergency exit. In front of you, Norman Rafferty's gone super Norman Rafferty.
All right, everyone.
This
All right,
isn't
everyone.
even my final form. And I'll get
Yeah,
out my W-2 and start filling that out.
I told the survivors. Okay, everyone, go through the emergency exit. We'll deal with the monster.
Thanks for coming on the corn maze tour. I hope you had a good time, everyone. He says as everyone passes by through the exit.
Besides being enslaved for several years, it was actually nice to get out of the house, and we met some people. So 3 out of 5 stars. I'll rate this on Yelp.
Yeah, is that right below the tick with the old man Johnson? 1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. Well, you guys can't escape yet. You have to deal with me.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I guess you guys turn to run into the door and it's bricked over because that's how it is in cartoons.
Well, also in bad horror games, the door is closed. I'm a load-bearing boss.
Maybe it's the fact that I'm now in charge and I'm a little crazy myself. So maybe a giant pencil comes down and just draws in a brick door.
Draws a literal boss.
Now who's crazy? Now you're short one of your heroes and you have to deal with me!
I've got mad with moderate power.
And I'm no longer impartial.
So yes, you guys are trapped in here by a
with me
waist-high fence and a bricked-over door.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going to try to throw rocks at the glow. Try to throw rocks and objects at the glowing eye.
No! How are they finding my weak spot?
I'm going to use naivete real quick. And this'll... Here we go. I'm going to toss the grenade launcher here I have over to Komodo Loco and go, just put your cans in there. It's obviously his weakness.
I will say that's a good idea.
And that'll give you a +1 forward.
All right.
Alright.
Make you guys grudge rolls.
Really, I don't understand how you guys drank this hummingbird feed. I really don't.
So, can I go and do my grudge match thing?
Yeah. With a +1 forward, as previously mentioned.
I will point at one of those eyes and say that this is for taking so long to put Reptiles in Iron Claw already.
Ah! No, the meta! It burns! No! Not the
All right. Norman Rafferty takes a lump.
That's low blow. I don't need you. I don't need the rest of you. I don't need this kind of punishment. I can just go ahead and make another Urban Jungle book. I'm going to smash down the brick wall and just flee.
Large rat through a small exit. Excellent.
I have +2 in all my stats. No!
Which I guess will end the scene, in which case Jordy is going to get pulled back into the cartoon world.
Well, we're gonna do a skip, fade to commercial, and we come back. Yeah,
everyone's back at the fair outside the corn maze. Wow, we sure did solve that, guys.
If it's a comeback from commercial, then the episode has to start with the real world, with a real camera, and Jordy sitting in front of the desk because it's the first time you've ever seen real life Jordy. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Yes, I'm free! I'm finally free!" And then it pulls him backwards again through the desk, and he's back in the cartoon
I got
world.
one even. Instead of pulling you back to this, I got one better than that. Where you suddenly discover that you're in a freaking Paseta Cola commercial.
Oh,
you
yeah.
deserve a Paseta Cola. It's like, wait, I'm in a commercial, and then the commercial will fade to black, and you'll be back in the game.
Yeah, walls fall away, and it's cartoon world again. It's like, no.
Now put yourself in the cartoon world with new Madcap toys from Sanguine, certified non-toxic.
I was free.
But yes, everyone has been freed from the bizarro corn maze. And people are reunited with their loved ones. And who should be here to comment but the Elderberry Junction local news team and Mayor Zane? As I live and breathe, two things I definitely do. I'm glad to congratulate you, Alec, here on saving all of these people from mysterious fate worse than death.
Well, I could have done it alone. I have the Komodo and Wilford to help me, and possibly.
I will say, don't thank me. Thank the Extreme Power Komodo logo, which gives you the power to do anything.
I'll take their thanks. I'm fine with that.
Yes, Komodo Loco, a drink that I wholeheartedly, as Mayor Zane, support. Thank you for rescuing all of these people. I'd like to go ahead and, as a token of our gratitude, we're going to give you the key to the city.
Does it actually open anything?
Well, yes.
Yeah, where's the lock to the city? I'm going to ask him that.
I don't know you well enough to get into that. But I would like to thank all of you for participating. I suppose now to foreclose on Old Man Johnson's farm.
Where is Old Man Johnson?
Sadly, the mayor will have to hang his head. He didn't make it this year. So I'd like to dedicate this corn maze in his memory.
Oh, maybe he'll be back next year.
Would it be possible just to turn to the side and say, he's right over there?
That's not him. That's a guy with a sack on his head holding a chainsaw on his foot.
No, not him. The guy under him.
Well, the guy with the chainsaw on one foot starts hopping after Jordy.
Yep.
And I guess they'll have to run off in a zigzag pattern off into the iris out. So I think that's a good high note to end this on. So welcome to the bizarre meta world that is the Madcap cartoon. So once again, there's a quick debriefing. So I mean, it's a cartoon game. So did you guys have any questions or?
I think that went pretty well. I would say you did pretty well with how weird things got near the end. You handled that pretty well.
Yeah,
Half of my entire objective was just getting lost in the maze, so mission accomplished.
Well, yeah. If Alec had reported as well that investigation was bizarre, he kind of disappointed.
We worked in everybody's cartoon bits. We've largely been doing unstructured cartoons because we haven't been going like a Gravity Falls or something more like that. Because we have a lot of meta characters like Jordy here.
I just don't think
we're also I guess getting used to the world here and what we're doing or why we hang out together so often.
I mean, I talked to Griff between games, and I thought there's not many games where I could talk as a character to the GM. So it was like, I've got to exploit this at least once.
I won't forget this, Jordy. Seating me as game master.
Honestly, next time Jordy comes to the real world to be a player, then obviously Theta needs to be a character in the game to replace the one he left.
Well, remember, the point being, I know that this modern era is the rule of threes or rule of eights, where we'll just hammer the joke until it's not funny anymore. But we'll have to see what develops next time. I do enjoy the fact that the game is largely designed to be improv and has only the barest structure, so I hope people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Sorry about the technical gaffes. Yay, Discord.
It's just that when you suddenly brought out that, well, if I'm a player, then you're the GM, and I was like, fuck, I didn't think about that, and I didn't prepare.
That'll teach it. See how you like it. But nope, I've got lots of stuff to do today. Once again, when this airs, sometime after December 12th, Madcap is on sale.
Woo!
Sure.
You are recorded in the previous video with that, so
yeah,
that's out there.
Still having our Christmas in December sale. So, so thanks everybody for coming by. And I think we'll do this again soon.